Recently, two YouTube users who apparently are fans of Rev Kent Hovind have accused me of acting like a creationist. Specifically, they claim that I reject Rev Hovind's lies and falsehoods out of ignorance, and that I did not view the Rev Hovind video that I commented upon. I find that claim libelous and insulting. Not only have I viewed many of Rev Hovind's videos on YouTube and elsewhere, I have also attended several of his sermons in person. I am intimately familiar with Rev Hovind and his claims. I reject Rev Hovind's claims specifically because I am familiar with them. In my opinion, I find Rev Hovind to be a liar, a deceiver, a prevaricator, a physician of no value, a son of Satan, who Jesus said is the father of lies. The evidence to support this opinion is vast, convincing, compelling, and conclusive. I also found his sermons insulting. He clearly believed his audiences are made up entirely of ignorant, uneducated, stupid, gullible morons. That is not always the case. There are many YouTube videos debunking Rev Hovind's falsehoods and lies, but I wish to debunk part of his Big Bang falsehoods. As I have pointed out in other videos, correcting lies and falsehoods takes a great deal more time than speaking lies and falsehoods. Rev Hovind's lies have been debunked many hundreds of times, and anyone with internet access can find the corrections to Rev Hovind's lies easily. I suggest the Talk Origin archives at talkorigins.org as a place to start for anyone interested.
I was a high school science teacher for 15 years.
One cannot find any evidence to show that Rev Hovind taught science, either in public school or a private school. His lectures suggest he has never done so. People are expected to know about the subjects they teach, and Rev Hovind clearly does not.
Every religion in the world, including atheism, which is a religion.
Lacking a religion is not a religion.
Some people look at the world and say, you know, it's amazing, a Big Bang made this from nothing.
The Big Bang did not come out of nothing. The Big Bang did not create anything out of nothing. No scientist claims the Big Bang made anything out of nothing.
If the evolution theory is true, like taught in our school textbooks,
the theory of evolution is not true. It is correct, but it is not true. Science does not do truth. It does varying levels of confidence.
Well, if evolution is true, there is no purpose to life, so we might as well have fun. If it feels good, do it.
Evolution is an observed phenomena of nature. It has absolutely nothing to do with how humans should live their lives.
The devil came to Eve in Genesis chapter 3.
Nowhere in Genesis, chapter 3 or otherwise, is there any devil, nor is there a Satan, nor is there a Lucifer.
The third thing he said to the woman was, hey, if you eat off that tree, ye shall be as gods.
According to Genesis, snake was only expressing the worry of the gods. The gods later expressed that worry themselves in Genesis. So Rev Hovind is making up lies here.
It didn't start with Charlie Darwin, it started with Satan in the Garden of Eden.
Nowhere in the book of Genesis will one find Satan in the Garden of Eden. Also, evolution did not start with Charles Darwin, nor did it start with Satan. It started approximately 3 billion years ago, long before humanity existed. Also, Satan didn't exist until Christians created him about 1,700 years ago.
He wants you to think you can become like God.
According to Genesis, it was the gods who were worried about humans becoming God, not snake.
In Isaiah chapter 14, Lucifer said, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars, I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
Rev Hovind has confused Lucifer with Satan or the devil. The two are entirely different. Isaiah here is talking about the planet Venus, and he thought was a being of light. Lucifer, meaning the bearer of light, has absolutely nothing to do with Satan or the devil or snake.
Adolf Hitler said, if you tell a lie long enough and loud enough and often enough, the people will believe it. He said they're more likely to believe a big lie than a small one, too.
I find it extremely ironic, but not at all surprising, that Rev Hovind would quote Adolf Hitler when discussing the big lie. Hitler was referring to the Jews using lies so colossal that those lies are believed. Rev Hovind here has just swapped scientists with Jews, but Hovind's reason for doing so is the same as Joseph Goebbels and Adolf Hitler's. Rev Hovind uses the big lie while at the same time denouncing it. That is how the big lie works. The Bible in Job 13 verses 4 through 12 warns people like Hovind against lying for the sake of God. I guess Rev Hovind never got that far in his Bible reading. So there you have it. I have debunked the first 6 minutes of Rev Hovind's lecture on what he calls creation science, the Big Bang. Of course, I did not take the time to debunk all of his lies and falsehoods, but only the first 6 minutes. If anybody is interested in the correction of his remaining lies, I suggest that they look at the excellent videos on YouTube that do so, and look at the websites on the internet that specifically debunk Rev Hovind. Thank you for watching.